Hello and welcome to my guided tour of our online conference platform, which is now being launched and is live. In this video, I'm going to show you a little bit about some of the features of the site, how to navigate around it, populate some of your information, see the live streams, and generally get a bit of a feel for how the site works. What I'd like to do to start with is basically show you how to update your profile and your photo picture. So if you click up here in the top right corner of the screen, you can see your name and a little profile picture. And if you click on that and click on My Profile, you can basically update your profile here. So if you've got a photo of yourself, that'd be great to add in, so we can add that photo to the delegates list and people can kind of see who you are when they're trying to make meetings and all the rest of it. But what we'd also like you to do is come down here and click on this About You. At this About You section, you can choose the topics of interest. So the things that are most interesting to you, the things that you're looking for in terms of this conference. Pick a couple of these different items that you like. You can pick as many as you like. And if you save those and then update your profile, that'll basically just help us target the information to you a little bit better. Also help us direct some of our suppliers to you, some of the other people that might be of the same interest, might be container operators like you or looking for the same kind of things. That'll help them find you. Because one of the great things about this online platform is it's not just about the sessions. We've also tried to create this networking arrangement with you as well. So you've got the opportunity to talk to each other, create meetings and things like that, which I'll touch on a little bit later on. Obviously, the big thing at the top here is our view live stream. So this is where you're going to come to actually see all the live sessions that we've got running over the 2 days of the conference. So if you click on the view live stream, you'll basically see that the agenda will come up and you can see we've got the 2 days up here. So the agenda for the Tuesday and the agenda for the Wednesday. And the live streams are actually broken up into sessions. So each session has a series of speakers in it. So this first session's got the introduction from Mark, we've got the welcome from Clive Woodward, and then we've got Ollie Saunders from JLL doing the annual survey launch. And that's all in that first section because it's going to be run like a continuous stream, just like our normal conference. So if that session was, if we click on that session now, for instance, it goes in and it tells us a little bit more about the session. And you can see that this session is actually live at the moment. So if I click on view video feed, I go through and we can actually see the live video feed. There we go. We've got Bryony on the conference at the moment. Say hello, Bryony.
Hello.
So this is how our live video feed works, basically. And if Bryony was sharing her screen, basically the shared screen would come up on the top of the video feed and then she would pop down the bottom. If you want to make it a little bit bigger, you can click on this these little lines at the right, which basically hide the menu bar to make it a little bit bigger and fill your whole screen. And you'll see on the right here, you've got a couple of options. We've got this open chat, so you can basically type messages in here and that'll be seen by everybody in the group. Everybody that's viewing the area will be able to see that. It's just a place you can have open chat. You might want to comment on some of the things the speaker said. Maybe the speaker's asked some questions, you might want to answer that. But it's basically just a place people can chat. But we've also got this section here, which is Q&A. And you can see here some of these questions have been asked, but you can actually ask a question here. And when that question pops up on the list here, if you like that particular question, you can actually vote it up. So you can actually kind of say, well, that was a good question. I'd like to really push that question up the ranking a little bit, because these questions will be basically fed into the speakers as we go. So we've got our usual host back, Mark Durden-Smith, who some of you have been to conferences if you're very familiar with. He's still going to be hosting this venue as well, this event as well. So he'll be kind of asking the speakers questions, coordinating the questions from here. His little face will be popping up here next to Bryony's in terms of the speakers. And he'll be able to ask questions as we go. So this is basically what the live session looks like. You've got your Q&A here, you've got your discussion, and obviously we've got our wonderful presenter here in the live session. So that's what the live sessions look like. If I go back to the exhibition hall here, so the exhibition hall is basically where we've got all our trade supplies. So you can see all our different trade supplies listed here. We're actually going to have a 3D graphic as well in here as well later on. So, but if you see all the different suppliers, and basically I click on any one of these suppliers, we open up their supplier page. So you can see this is Radical Systems. They've got a bit of a video here. They've got some information about their business. They've got some links down here. So there's a video here, another video about Space Manager, countries they supply, links to things they do. And also you'll see at the top, we've got the different reps here from Space Manager. So basically what you can do is you can come in here and you can book a meeting, for instance. So if I want to book a meeting with Rip, I pick what day I want to have that meeting on, and you can actually have the meetings from the Monday as well. So the meetings start on the 5th and they don't finish till the 8th. So if you want to make meetings on the day before or the day after the conference, you can do that. And then you basically pick a time that you want to have a meeting with Rick for, whatever it is. The meeting slots are 20 minutes. You'll see that the meeting slots are basically set on 20-minute time slots. So you can pick any time. We don't worry about location, and then send Rip a message, and you can put any message you like in there, and you can request a meeting with Rip. push request meeting, and away it goes. And basically what will happen is Rip will get a meeting request, and he could accept that request, and then that'll basically pop up in your meeting section over here. If you don't want to wait for a meeting, you can actually video call Rip. I'm actually not going to do that because obviously I'm using my video for the Zoom and that'll just go all messy. But if I wasn't doing that, I could basically hit video call. And what the video call will do is actually ring Rip directly and just open up a video channel with Rip basically. So you can have a video call with him in the platform. It doesn't go off to Zoom or Skype or anything like that. It all just opens up. Basically that video screen, the video call will actually pop up down here and you'll be able to see Rip here and you'll be able to have that video call with Rip from this page. So you can basically, and you can also message them as well. Obviously, if I want to send a message to them, I just click on the message and it'll open up basically a message platform to Rip, type my message in here, and I can send that message to Rip. And again, if you wanted to, you could book a profile, book a meeting from Rip as well. So all our exhibitors are in here. So it gives you a chance to kind of go through, peruse all their different products, potentially make some meetings with them, have a chat to them, video call them, whatever you want. Like I said before, this is one of the ways that we can kind of network within the session. So you can also network with your other delegates as well. So yeah, so basically in the delegates list over here, we've got all the different people that are actually registered for the conference. You can, those filters we talked about before, if you want to find everybody that's, you know, opening their first store or everybody that's traditional insurance, you can basically filter based on these. So you can click one or more of them, click and or and filter them down. And that basically means you can find other people that might be of the same interests that you've got. And if you want to make a meeting or talk to them, then you basically just click on any one of them and opens up their profile. And you can basically send them a message like we did before, or again, you could request a meeting. And that's exactly the same as we had before. Select the date, select the time, send the message, and away we go, and you request a meeting. And basically on the side here, you've got this meetings tab, and this is where all your meetings will pop up. So it'll show you all your meetings, all your different meeting requests. So at the moment, the meeting I've got a meeting with Richard Allen. It's been accepted. It's got the date and the time in there. I can add it to my Outlook calendar if I want to. So it gives me a reminder on Outlook. And basically when the meeting starts, so 15 minutes before that meeting is due to start, there'll be a little button here which says join the meeting. And when you do that, again, the video screen will open up in this particular panel, and you'll be able to have that video conversation with Richard. And if you had meetings here that were not accepted yet or pending, they'd all pop up here as well. So you can manage all your meetings from that meeting side of the panel as well. The other thing we've got in here is we've got a whole lot of recorded sessions as well. So, you know, if you miss one of the live sessions during the conference, they'll actually pop up here once we've got that recording done. So it usually takes about 12 hours to get the recordings up, but certainly by the second day, we'll have the recordings of the first day up here. But in the meantime, we've also got some videos here you can see from some of our most popular speakers from some of the previous conferences. So if you didn't make it to some of our conferences in Paris or Berlin or London last year, then you can actually see some of the key speakers here, and you can actually do a catch up on their videos. So once again, it opens up in this window if you want to catch on Bill Hopen's presentation, which is a fantastic presentation, I must say. I could recommend it from before. Basically, you can click on that, open it up, and it'll play the video in there inside the actual window. This one's from Deborah Searle from 2017. And you can see here, the video opens up in the video.
Good morning, is that working? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
And you can watch it in a full screen video, window video, whatever you like, basically. And it'll
this decision, and I'd go backwards and forwards. Do I go?
So
do I stay?
So you can catch up on some of the videos.
Do I go? Do I stay?
That you might have missed later on. So they're all basically in our recorded session section. So yeah, like I said, we are basically populated this with some of the previous videos we've had. All of it, obviously, I've used the little sidebar here to navigate through, but obviously all this stuff's in here as well. In the last section I haven't covered yet is the virtual roundtables. So while we've got live stream sessions that you can see basically throughout the 2 days, and they're in the agenda there. If you see the agenda, we've got all the live streams basically laid out in the agenda. But what you'll see is we've got a bit of a fairly big gap for lunch, and we've got a fairly big morning and afternoon gap. And during that gap, we've actually got like our virtual roundtables. So if you've been to one of our conferences before, you'd know that we have these roundtable sessions where we get people that have got a common interest in to kind of discuss issues. And this is what's going to happen in these sessions. So here we've got basically a few sessions that we've got locked in for the Tuesday. We've got more sessions on the Wednesday if you click up here. And for instance, the Noki One launch, if you click on here at the Noki One launch, when the Noki One launch roundtable starts, you'll be able to basically be able to click on here. And you can see here, it's got meeting room. You can see the speaker, it's got the meeting room. And when you click on the meeting room, again, I won't do it because I've got my video going into Zoom, but if you click on the meeting room, it will basically open a meeting room up. And unlike the speaker session, this is like a meeting room where everybody comes in together. So the first 16 people into that meeting room will basically share their videos, share their microphone, and all be shown on the screen together. They can all talk together. They can ask the presenter questions. It's much more interactive. If you come in and you're not one of the first 16 people, you can still view everything, but you can actually add questions to the chat room and things like that. And if somebody turns their camera off or moves out of that live session, then you can kind of jump into it as well. So we can rotate things around, but we're trying to replicate that roundtable feeling where you can actually interact with the presenters, ask them questions, and ask the other delegates questions as well. So have a look at the roundtables when you come in. We're still populating more of them as more of them come online. So you'll see more of these roundtables being added in. But yeah, it's a great opportunity to come and actually do a bit more networking, because we really have built this platform around networking. You'll also see on the side here, you can actually kind of asterisk some of the things you want to go to. And if you select them, then they basically end up in my agenda here. So you can actually see the ones that you've selected and chosen to move forward to kind of keep in your diary. So that's a bit of a tour of the online platform. It's a very new experience for us. Obviously, it's the first online conference we've done, but we've really tried to replicate as many of the elements of an in-person FEDESSA conference as we possibly can. Feel free to come in anytime now. The platform is open, so you can use the link on the email that you've been sent in terms of your login with your login and password. You can get in now, have a play around, check out the recorded content, maybe start making some meetings with some of the other exhibitors or some of the other delegates, and get a feel for it before the live stream start on Tuesday. Obviously, if you've got any questions, feel free to email them through to us. The best email to probably send them to is admin@ssauk.com, and we can forward them out from there. We've also got a little bit of a help desk down here with some commonly asked questions and some help in there. So we really hope you enjoy the conference. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday when we launch it. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the experience. Thanks for watching the video, and enjoy the rest of your day.